I saw this earlier and I wanted to watch it. And this is something that occurs a lot, and I'll give you my thoughts on it, but I kind of think I know what's going on here.
I showed up 2 minutes late to work due to a GPS error, and I got sent home. I texted the boss about 2 hours ago saying, "Where and when do you want me tomorrow?" And he replies back, "Well, from what that guy told me, you were arguing and making excuses about being late again. I'm sorry, it's not going to work out, but I appreciate the help, that my paychecks will be sent my way." You have the boss, on one hand, who has a hard time finding people that are willing to work.
I can tell you immediately my thoughts from 30 seconds. They wanted him fired. They wanted him out for whatever reason. And I'll give you extenuating circumstances for this. Maybe, just maybe, they wanted to hire one of their other friends and they couldn't afford the payroll, or maybe they couldn't have that many people on staff, so they had to get rid of somebody else, or maybe they just didn't like you, but they were definitely looking for a reason to fire you if you were 2 minutes late and they fired you. Right? Unless it was like a thing where you're late 30 minutes every day and then you're finally late just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes, yeah. Yeah, they're just looking to fire you. I don't think I've ever gotten in trouble for 2 minutes. I was 16. I went to Guthrie's. It's a chicken joint. And I was late like 20 minutes. And I didn't even get in trouble. I did get talked to by the angry manager guy. But other than that, that seems to be the case to me.
I guess the real question is, what am I going to do now? You know, now I don't have a job. Now all my hopes are gone and all this shit. No, I want to work construction, but obviously it wasn't meant for me to work out there. It definitely was not the healthiest place to learn from. I can tell you that.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a tight ship there. It's going to be a lot of angry dudes and a lot of testosterone hitting each other in the face. But when this kind of thing happens to you, especially if it's something like where you can tell that you were fired probably for, nefarious reasons, and it may not actually be the reason you were fired was being 2 minutes late. The way you got to look at it is a new lease on life, right? You have to look at it like, okay, I have another chance to find something I may like. And I know it's easier said than done, and a lot of people are paycheck to paycheck. But that's the almost the perspective you have to kind of try to force yourself into, that, okay, this is a good thing. I have another opportunity to find a better place than that place. And at least them getting rid of me for a goofy ass reason like that shows me that I probably didn't want to work for them anyway. But that's just me.
The dad was yelling at the kid constantly, telling him, "What the fuck are you doing? Not that." And basically calling him an idiot the entire day. And it's just like, how are you even going to learn in this place? I'm willing to learn and I'm willing to bust my ass, but 2 minutes? You spent more time arguing with me about the 2 minutes than the 2 minutes that I was late.
Dude, that is my pet peeve. I will never forget. I went into Piggly Wiggly. No shit. I walked into Piggly Wiggly. I don't know if you guys know this, but I worked at Piggly Wiggly when I was 15. I walked into the pig, and we had a dress code where I had to wear basically like dress pants, a dress shirt, and a tie at Piggly Wiggly. By the way, I'm this giant pimple-faced fat kid with a tie on and dress pants and dress shirt that didn't fit me. And I go into the back room and I go into the clock-in machine. So I don't know, I'm pretty old, but I don't know if you guys remember where you put the actual piece of paper in and you stamp it, and then put it back into the card holder. Well, I go and I stamp my card, and I was like 1 minute early or something. I was not late. And then I went and clipped on my tie, and I was adjusting my tie for literally 10 seconds. And I shit you not, 10 seconds adjusting my tie before I walk out on the floor and go eat some spaghetti's meatballs. All right. That's another story. I was a fat kid. What can I tell you? But no. And the manager of the store, the guy, he was the actual owner, was an old guy. He yelled at my ass for adjusting my tie. And he says, "I don't pay you to get ready for work. You need to be ready when you clock in." And I'm like, calm down, sir. Okay, it's not that serious. It's Piggly and Wiggly. Nobody's worried about it. The only person worried about this store is the 80-year-old man that's going to take a shit on the floor after I already cleaned it at 9 p.m. before I leave. That's the only person that cares if I'm here or not.
And your argument is about time efficiency? It's not a good one. It's not a good one. That's literally a piss break. I could just not take a piss one time, and there's your 2 minutes back. I do have some plans for my YouTube, you know. They're not going to start until the end of this month, however, and I would appreciate some support. In all honesty, I really would. That would be great. Even
That's actually a very good avenue to take. And maybe it's not YouTube. Maybe it's something else entirely that you want to do. Maybe it's like another passion, like maybe music or art, whatever have you. I'm just spitballing here. But I remember when I left GameStop, I put in my resume to a bunch of different companies. And then I just started streaming on Twitch. Now, look, I didn't really ever have more than 20 or 30 watchers on Twitch, but I enjoyed it. And I played Resident Evil, and it was actually a lot of fun. And it kind of got me acclimated to doing stuff on camera, which led me into YouTube about 6 months later. So yeah, definitely a time. If you get fired or you leave a job, it's about that time. You know what I'm saying?
even if it's not a lot of support, you guys are there, and you always have been. You've been watching my journey, and even the haters, I appreciate all of you. You're just watching life happen before your eyes to some guy on the internet. At least that's what it is to me. I'm just some random guy who's going out throughout life, and you guys are just watching this shit play out, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, just like everyone else. I'm just trying to figure this shit out as I go.
And that's a good thing. And I think that's actually on the way back. It's like a comeback. Like Travel from the Loose says, crazy making a video about getting fired, move on, find something new. So that's what's charming about content creation. And it's making a comeback. We went through this weird lull period of like, the Mr. Beast types and whatnot. And they're still there, obviously. The 9-year-old kids do need an audience. Or 9-year-olds, they need to have a creator they enjoy watching that blows money on everything. But those creators still exist. But a lot of people are starting to gravitate towards just everyday people talking about their normal lives. Because to be fair, that's all of us. 99% of us. We're just trying to wake up and do something and go to bed and not die and not lose everything. And try to just force a smile while doing it. And I think that's pretty sweet. I like it.
I'm going to continue to do my best. And you can't break my spirit, because look at me. I'm still fucking smiling. And that guy that was arguing with me earlier about being late, he's going to have a sad life. He probably does have a sad life, and I fucking feel sorry for him. He probably makes good money, but...
I think it's because he's like 5 beers in. No, that's true, man. It's pretty weird watching how miserable a lot of people are. Like you can go into, for example, and this is just an off the cuff example, but you can go into a comment section of any YouTube creator or Twitter or Twitch, doesn't matter. And there's like a few people in there that are just angry. And I don't even know if they're even angry at the creator more than they're angry at themselves for failing to do something that they might want to enjoy doing. It's always the craziest thing that people in the comments, or I guess haters or trolls or whatever you want to call them, they're always angry at somebody doing something, right? They're angry whilst doing nothing at somebody doing something for not doing enough. It's just a weird phenomenon. I looked in the comment section the other day, and a guy he commented like 9 times about how much he hates that I'm in NASCAR and I need to quit and I'm a failure and I should just off myself. How do you have that much passion? You're so passionate about hating me. It's just so strange.